Hello, hello, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XI. So, nothing fancy today, just keeping the LP alive, and now that we have full malignants, you know, what do we do with our merit points for high tier battlefields? The answer is anything we fucking want, and what we actually want at the moment is a Sacro Breastplate, which only comes from Divine Interference. And, of course, this is one of the newer, harder ones, so it has a bit of a steep difficulty to it, because it has some, I guess some of what the 11 community likes to call gimmicks. But really when they say gimmick, they mean mechanic. The 11 community is full of older players and pariah complexes and things like that, so usually when they come up with a term for something, it's not really to be, you know, sensible. It's just like whatever they start calling it in this game, so it's whatever. But this guy's mechanics, basically you don't debuff them, you don't do skill chains, and the tightness for that is more important the higher the difficulty is. It's like, I think it's like a higher difficulty you see gains like damage resistance when you do skill chains on him, and then like they also have a chance to trigger his self-heal move called Gospel of the Lost, and like that just heals him to full and gives him the stone skin equivalent to the amount healed. And then like I don't know, it's like you're also not supposed to debuff him, so like he apparently is super resilient to debuffs, but he also just like doesn't I don't know, he doesn't always do it, at least on very easy, like he doesn't always just like react to them, so I kind of get away with it a bunch. And we're fighting on Thief because we want Treasure Hunter. We have Treasure Hunter gear that gives us Treasure Hunter 8, and as far as I'm aware, according to all the supposed testing people did on the auction house site, there's no advantage to having more than that or something, because like Thief can like stack Treasure Hunter up to like 14 or something through actually raising it in a fight, but like you can't actually, like if you had Treasure Hunter gear of like Treasure Hunter plus like 11 or something, you wouldn't just automatically have the highest tier of Treasure Hunter. You'd have to like you'd have to raise it in battle, and apparently someone else did some testing and there was just like there's no like advantage to wearing the Treasure Hunter gear when you want to raise it. It's literally just all like I don't know. Either way though, our full malignants, it really helped us out because pretty much like he has physical auto attacks, I believe. But everything, like pretty much everything else is magical, like 100% of the way. So like, And sometimes I don't even have Kultata out because he caused the skill chain to happen. But, I don't know. I guess I'm just being ballsy today. And we're just kind of doing whatever weapon skill wise because, like, we don't need skill chains. And just, like, it's going to be a long fight anyway. Son of a bitch. Yeah, people say that Kultata gets in the way with skill chains, but I find that he's really easy to play off of. And that it just happens, like, with the way I play and the frequency I've got, that he just happens to, like, line it up a shit ton. Sometimes I do this on Warrior / Thief because it goes a lot faster, but the rate at I acquire merit points at has gone down significantly because there's no campaign for double activity going right now, but also just because, like, exemplar point monsters, they don't give, like, they give the same amount of limit points as just like any other, like, level 100 something monster, so there's not really a lot of, my shark bites are so weak today. Normally my shark bites do like guaranteed 10,000. Maybe I was just lucky the other day a whole bunch. Or maybe think that I was out of range of Sylvie, but maybe Geomancy got like some sort of problem for this fight or something. That's like the one bad thing about Sylvie, it's just like at some point Geomancy was so overused by the player base while they were still actively updating the game that there's a lot of fights where they just like cut the power of Geomancy in half with regards to, like, I guess debuffing the enemy, I would assume. I would assume that buffs still work just fine, but I could be wrong. I don't actually know. To me, Geomancer is one of those jobs that's like really fucking cool on paper. But then, like, you go play it yourself, and it's just sort of like, unless you just have, like, a black magic fetish, it's not really that cool. By that, I mean just, like, it's a support job, and it does buffs. And that's the main thing that it does. But it also, its other avenues of attack are club and black magic. And, like, black magic wise, I'm pretty sure it's like a slightly worse nuker than, like, Scholar or something. And Scholar is pretty competitive with black mage. But, like, you know, just like that way of dealing damage is kind of outdated with how fast melee is, like how good melee is. And it has its place and has its purpose, and I hear about magic sortie runs all the time where I assume they kite every boss or something. Or like time nuke every boss or something. Like set up skill chains with melee and then like magic burst them in a specific way or something. Because there's like a whole proponent of players who still play that like they love mage jobs. Like to the point of just like viewing everyone who plays like a melee-oriented job as the majority of the jobs in the game, and they're usually, and always have been, considered simpler. It's just like, oh, everyone else is just a dumb meathead, and it's just like, no. I mean, like, any of the actually good meatheads have like the skill chain chart memorized, and like, you know, actually fucking have like all their weapon skills maxed, and all their, they have like magic weapon skill setups and like different sub-job setups and everything. You know, like no job in this game is lacking in depth, even if the melee-oriented ones like Warrior are like way simpler than other stuff. Because like part of being good at the game is just knowing how your job can interact with every other job. And it's just like, you know, the most interaction mage jobs actually do with any other job is through healing and buffing, right? Like, and then like participating in magic bursts, which, you know, if you play blue mage, right, you know how to do that. So, and you know, that's actually considered one of the meathead jobs these days, I believe. I mean, don't quote me on this, you know, it's just not like, it's just idle banter. Oh, finally, we get treasure hunter 9 this run, how about that? Shark bit, bitch. I don't know why I like shark bite so much. I guess it's because the animation is just nice and snappy. Just a real quick stab and shank. Like, you stab into them and you rip the knife up through their gut. It's like a super honest attack. I feel like all these high-end dagger weapon skills, like, they're definitely not the same power level. Like Rubish Form is probably the strongest one, but like, it's just kind of like, I don't know. It just feels like every time I press the weapon skill button, the same thing happens. It's like, oh, 7 to 11,000 damage. If you had sneak attack or trick attack going, then, you know, 15 to 25,000. Congratulations, you're mediocre, you know. Okay, yeah, so we have Treasure Hunter plus 5. Right. And with an innate Treasure Hunter of 3, that gives us Treasure Hunter 8, which is the most you can apply at the start of a fight. Unfortunately for us, the drop rate is garbage. But we don't have any friends, so... Well, we do have friends, but like they're just not... Like, I really envy people who have like a friend group in this still. That manage to like keep all their schedules like some, you know, like bound together in some way. And or are just chill enough, like, you know, when life gets in the way of being able to group up for stuff, they just like don't even, oh, you know, don't sweat it, man. Because like, I don't know, I just always feel like every group I try to get into, or like every link shell I join, like, I'm just like standing on the outer edge. And like I kind of make friends here and there, but don't really. It doesn't really do much. And I know it's partially because like I don't really reach out myself because I just do not have a lot of time. And my fiance kind of just like she's younger and from like a very conservative family, and like I'm pretty conservative myself, but you know she wasn't raised like she didn't grow up with an MMO. I grew up with an MMO, so like she doesn't understand. It's like a facet of my personality and self that she doesn't understand. Like she doesn't understand this type of game being like important and important enough to like schedule, you know, like self around. She didn't understand it with Final Fantasy XIV either, and that's why I had to stop raiding. Which I actually wasn't too broken up about because 14's been going downhill since 2021. Gameplay wise, since about 2019 really. But I guess that's the fate of all MMOs, right? Like there's people who say that that's happened to 11 here, so. Tomato, tomato. One of these times when we fight this, he's totally gonna do Gospel of the Lost because I'm not like trying to prevent my trust from debuffing him or anything. And that's gonna suck because then when that happens, it's gonna make the fight take like twice as long. I mean, it kind of depends on when he does it. Like if he does it like really close to the start, then you know it'll be like it'll suck, but it won't be as bad as if he did it like halfway through the fight. Collaborate and listen. Oh snap, we got the treasure hunt on 9. I'd love to see us get double-digit treasure hunter. That would just be cool. Oh, okay, okay. Game listened, game listened. Here, have a shark bite for your cooperation. I'll have a second shark bite for your cooperation. Let's get dummy thick and switch over to the Nightling. And that's depressing. There's a reason they say this sword needs to be nerfed. They just weren't lying, you know? They just weren't lying. Of course, part of me, like, doesn't mind it at all, because I've always loved Savage Blade. And, you know, like, when we kept our power level, you know, down, like, it's actually mainly Savage Blade that needs to be nerfed, or other weapon skills need to have their power level brought in line with Savage Blade. Like, that's actually what needs to happen, in my opinion. Because there's so many weapon skills in the game that just are under-tuned. And I'm not even trying to like play like armchair game dev. I'm just saying, like, you know, like whenever I use greatsword nowadays, you know, it just feels like resolution. You know, this 5-hit, it's a 5-hit 80% strength mod, like weapon skill, right? It should be strong as fuck. It should be like eclipsing almost everything else that I have access to. Instead, it pulls out like the same numbers as almost any other weapon skill I use on Warrior. Whether it's from the Great Axe, or from the Sword, the Axe, like I can pull similar numbers with other weapon skills really, really easily. And that's like, it just makes the fact that I haven't merited feel awful, right? Like, it's still one of my favorite weapon skills in the game, but it doesn't do as much as I would like for it to do. You know, it doesn't even introduce new skill chain capabilities to, you know, greatsword, right? It's another fragmentation / decision thing. Same properties as Savage Blade, but like, you know, for fragmentation on greatsword, you've already got, you know, for Paladin and Dark Knight and Runefencer, you've already got Spinning Slash, and then you get Ground Strike, and it just feels like, you know, come on, give us Treasure Hunter 11, man. I gotta say though, I love how fast we get TP. I know we're not getting it as fast as like some other people get it, but full malignance is kind of a trip. Yeah, I already feel like he has so much HP though, like, if I already even kicked the difficulty setting up to easy, it would take like 3 times as long, and then we'd have stricter like response to failing his like mechanical allowances. Like, I told you skill chains aren't allowed. You see, like, we've had skill chains going off pretty consistently. Let's do a Warped Blade for the heck of it. There was a time in the game's history where Warped Blade made Savage Blade look like garbage, at least at 100% TP as far as raw damage goes. Oh, still no Sacro Breastplate. Now this fight, it can actually drop, I think it's like 4 different things. There's the Sacro, Sacro Breastplate, which is what we're after right now. There's the Sacro Bulwark, which is the shield we have that we use on Red Mage, and Warrior if the damage taken reduction is applicable. And it's also the shield we box style too, because I like the way it looks. It can drop a cape, I think, that's usable by all the jobs that are on Malignants except for Red Mage, I think. So, you know, all the leather daddies, and it's like accuracy plus 25, dexterity plus 25, agility plus 25 or something like that. So it's actually a pretty damn decent cape, but of course an ambuscade cape would actually like beat it on an individual basis. And then I know there's 4 things. There's 4 things at a minimum this thing drops, but I haven't seen any of them, right? And we actually only have the shield because we got it from A-Man Trove a long time ago. And after having done this, using my merits to do this off camera a whole bunch, I'm actually super thankful we got that shield a long time ago, because it's a really damn good shield, and I think this fight is way more annoying than Lilith. Lilith does a lot of damage, but she dies really quickly, which I appreciate. This fight is like... Alexander doesn't really... He's like... I could literally AFK for like 15 minutes and come back and like just like... He would be there and like he wouldn't be dead, but like I would like nothing would have changed other than his HP would be lower and like my trusts might not have MP. Which doesn't matter because we have Monburo now. I guess if we didn't have Monburo, it'd be a lot closer. I'd probably come warrior then, because I'd want the fight to end as soon as possible. Let's see. Oh, come on, laptop spacebar. Why do you gotta be this way? You know what? I'm gonna summon Sully first. I want it right next to me. You're our real A in the hole. Is that how you say that? Funny. She of course means ace in the hole, but comedy. Yeah, trigger 109. Congratulations, your drop rate is now 100%. Oh, juicy, that's so much better than 1.7%. Oh. Yeah, our weapon skill setup barely matters. I wish we could offhand Van down and get the 60 attack from it. That would be fucking lit. Let's see. Interference 2. Come on, spacebar, I know you can do it. Oh yeah, I guess the other mechanic is you have to attack him from the front in order to actually be able to hurt him. And that's why Katana isn't getting any TP. It's beautiful. Could I add define intervert that too, please? I get TP too fast. I look away for like what I think is gonna take. The time I look back, I have 3,000. Can I get I'm gonna type in Sacro Breastplate. That will lead me to the thing. Ooh, Treasure Hunter 11. Do I hear 12? No, no 12? No 12. Very well, very well. There we go. Now I can actually see what else this drops. Haha! I have hidden from your lasers. You will never catch me, Alexander. Okay, so it drops Sacro Breastplate, Sacro Gorget, and Sacro Cord, and Sacro Mantle. So, Sacro Gorget is a neck piece for Paladin and Rune Fencer, so for tanking. 30 defense, 50 HP, 5 enmity, cure potency plus 10%, regen potency plus 10%. So I guess I think Rune Fencer gets access to regen 4. So I guess that would add like what, like 4, 5 more HP to their regen 4 or something. That's kind of nice. The enmity on it looks pretty good. But I don't know nothing about that. Sacro Cord is a belt that looks like it's actually pretty decent for nuking. It's got 8 magic attack bonus, 8 magic accuracy, 8 intelligence, 8 mind, and -3 enmity. So that actually wouldn't be too bad. I think that would go into all of our nuking set belts for the jobs applicable to it. It's usable by White Mage, Black Mage, Red Mage, Blue Mage, Scholar, and Geomancer. Can't settle his hash. Hash will be settled. Yeah. Aww. He settled his hash, but he didn't give us the thing. Any of the things. Okay. Yeah, Sacro Mantle is the cape. 25 dexterity, 25 agility, 20 accuracy, 20 attack, 20 ranged accuracy, 20 ranged attack. 20 magic accuracy, weapon skill damage plus 6%, skill chain bonus plus 8. So that's basically as good as an ambuscade cape as far as offensive purposes go for anything that's dexterity related. It looks like I was wrong. It's usable by, let's see, Monk, Thief, Beastmaster, Ninja, Puppet Master, and Dancer. So everything that's on Malignant except for Red Mage, Blue Mage, Ranger, and Corsair. They said, get fucked, Ranger and Corsair. This cape would be too good for you. I don't think I've ever seen anybody with it on, though. I think ambuscade capes have basically taken over. It'd be I would appreciate having it though, because I don't plan on making an ambuscade cape for like Thief, or really any of those jobs. And since it's usable by all of those jobs, it would be pretty damn nice. I think it's actually especially nice for Ninja because of the ranged accuracy and ranged attack, as well, while simultaneously having, you know, a high amount of accuracy and regular attack, because they have that trait dock in now that, you know, you equip shurikens and they auto throw shurikens, and they oftentimes their TP setups, they don't have a focus on enough ranged accuracy. I feel like that one went pretty fast. Probably because Coltada wasn't gumming anything up. Or maybe because we were using Sword from the start. Little column A, little column B. I've totally picked up Apathetic AJ's referring to myself in the royal we sense. But I like to make you feel included, viewer. Even though you don't comment and talk to me. Yeah, I've been thinking about how to make the Let's Play keep going, as well as like trying to not get discouraged from playing. And like every day something else comes to mind that I could be showing off, I could be doing. Not just the side quests, but like stuff like this, and then other things. Like I don't think I've ever showed off any Delve. I've never done Delve actually myself at all. There's like Sinister Reign, there's Vagary, you know, there's Fiat Lux from Campaign, there's a good start. Fine, spear my ass. Okay. No, wait, that sounds wrong. Doesn't sound right. Void of Repentance. That's one of the things he does when we fuck up his mechanics, I'm pretty sure. That's okay though, I don't respect my own mechanics. Why would I? The robot's named after me. It's a really cool looking robot though. No, a skill chain occurred. Foolish fool. A foolish fool indeed. Make a hole in my ass. Hey, Kultada, how are you doing damage back there? Are you at just the right angle, or like just far enough through his hitbox to be considered hitting his front, you slut? How dare you? How dare you? I wonder if Thief with like enough enmity gear or something could like potentially tank decently. With like use of collaborator and stuff like that. Because like you get collaborator every minute, and that's a quarter of any of your party members enmity. Alright, so like it's not huge, but like, you know, it's a constant drain on your any of your buddies' enmity. And then if like you really need hate, you can use accomplice instead, but it's on 5 minutes and it takes half of their hate. So like, pretty cool. Somehow I kind of doubt people care about that though. The timers are too long, probably. Oh, Treasure Hunter 10, baby. Seen some pretty ridiculous auto attacks out of properly geared warriors. I guess I mean like actually fully geared warriors. I guess the Empyrean armor set at item level still has the occasionally deals double damage on double attacks effect, which you can stack with the aftermath from any Empyrean. Which warrior has access to 2, or from your relics, the hidden hits on relics and prime weapons. I don't know if the Ionics have anything like that, but yeah, I saw a warrior with a Kunkasara auto attack and domain invasion for 16,000 damage per hit. I was like, you know, I was just like, holy fuck. Thought people told me auto attacks don't matter anymore. Like, you got the Corsair guide over there telling you how you could get your quick draw damage up to like, you know, like 10k with like the best in slot setups, and it's just like, that's rivaling weapon skill damage. Got a warrior over here fucking auto attacking for 16k, like it's like fucking nothing. And like on my warrior, on Calm Wind's warrior, you know, we have the Ragnarok, and it's hidden damage, you know, triple damage or 2.5 damage proc that happens at the beginning of attack round. I've seen it on him hit as high as like 5200 in sortie. And that's nothing to sneeze at, but you know, that's still no 16,000, right? Which obviously, if we actually got the Empyrean armor upgraded and got that effect to occur, we would only see it on the first hit of the attack round on an attack round where we did a double attack. And like it would play out basically like we would like it exactly, like, I had the Empyrean armor back in the Abyssia era before item level, where it still did the same thing. And back then, with the Ukon Visara on my old character, who has an Ukon Visara that's level 90, I could auto attack for as high as 4,000 damage when the double attack proc from the Empyrean armor kicked in on top of an aftermath hit, which the aftermath hit for Ukon Visara and Empyreans back then was occasionally deals double damage. It's nowadays it's occasionally deals triple damage. So for Empyreans, you get a ×6 hit. But if we were to get the Empyrean armor, you know, like I told you, my highest hit was like 5,200. We would have basically a double attack round where the first hit would do, you know, 10,400 damage, and then the second hit would probably be like, you know, like 4,000 or something, or 5,000, like, you know, half that, or like a little, like 40% of that or something. Really, really a thing. It's still pretty, like, I would still love to see that. I mean, although already, like, I feel like we do so much damage on Warrior, you know, like, Archangel Elvin, she never holds hate anymore, and then, like, even with Dragoon sub and being able to totally shed the hate once every 5 minutes, like, you know, I don't know. I don't know, man, like, yeah, this is life now. Basically, try to grind master levels, which we can't look at them right now because we haven't mastered Thief. But, we just keep grinding. FF11's all about that Sigma grind set, I suppose. Man, the Sacro Breastplate looks so nice. The reason I want it is actually for a magical weapon skill setup that I've been making for Cloud Splitter for Warrior, but it's also usable by Paladin, Dark Knight, Beastmaster, Samurai, and Dragoon, and I think it's probably the best body piece for hybrid damage weapon skills and elemental weapon skills for all of those jobs as well. And on top of that, it has massive defensive stats. Like, you get 12 magic defense bonus, 129 magic evasion, 5 haste, 15 counter, 10% fast cast, 15 subtle blow, and a 13 tick regen off of one piece. Whew. Giving me the vapors just looking at it. And its physical offensive qualities aren't anything to sneeze at either. It's got it's like 40 strength, 182 HP, 25 vitality, 33 agility, 21 dexterity, 25 accuracy, 60 attack. It's pretty up there. But it also the main draw for me is the 40 magic attack bonus, 25 magic accuracy, and plus 60 magic damage. It's one of those things that just, like, it has it all. There's a little bit of everything. It looks amazing for everything that can use it. You'll never see us coming. Yarg. No, no, over here. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Alright, treasure hunter 9. Although, our lack of getting any drops is like... Oh, damn, treasure hunter 10. Yeah, our lack of getting any drops, though, is kind of starting to bug me. And make me not believe in treasure hunter from Thief. Yeah, if we get that Sacro Breastplate, not only will it be our best item for our magical weapon skill on our body piece for quite a long time, it'll be a forever piece because of the regen, because of the fast cast, because of the magic evasion. Like, it is just a really good piece. Hell, I'll probably try to figure out, if we can get it, I'll probably try to figure out a setup I can have on Warrior that'll let me have, in my damage taken setup, will let me have full damage taken minus 50% while also wearing that body piece. Because 13 regen is nothing to sneeze at. Because, you know, it's regen that can't be dispelled, it's regen that can't be, like, unless your gear gets stripped off of you, like, it can't be. And if that happens, you're fucking, you need to macro your gear back on right quick and in a hurry if you can, because gear strip is probably one of the most devastating things they can do to you in this game. Fucking lethal burrows pocket. Wish I could get access to Shensu Scene on the dexterity-based weapon skill, the Empyrean sword weapon skill. I feel like Thief could probably make it look really powerful. Radiant Sacrament my ass. You know what, just for the fuck of it, let's use Perfect Dodge and Larceny. We have no 2 hour to steal from it, but you know. Our Plunderer's Armlets +1, they have enhanced Perfect Dodge, and I have no idea exactly how it enhances anything. But, you know, I'll wear them for the duration of the thing. You know, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? I feel like if we actually get any drop, though, it's going to be like the drops we care the least about. Like, probably get the Gorget first, and then like the Mage Belt, and then the Cape, and then like 2 months from now, when I'm like thinking I'm never going to get the Sacro Breastplate, we'll get the Sacro Breastplate. I'm gonna say I like this music though. But yeah, the reason You know, one of the reasons we're after this breastplate though is also so that we can try to get a group going for peach power. I think I've explained it before, but the flan, it's a fight against flans, is the Final Fantasy IV reference. And last time I shouted for it, like, I got people, you know, telling me, oh, you can't do that on Warrior, you can't do that on Warrior. Warrior sucks for that. You gotta have 2 cores and like this exact setup to do it. It's just like, no, you don't. Like, literally everyone I've talked to and other places is just like, oh yeah, it's a silly little fight. You can do it on anything. And you know, just like people on Bahamut just being like, oh, why would you try to do that on Warrior? Oh, why would you try to do that? Like, well, because each flan gives 10,000 exemplar points when killed. So, like, if you bring a full party, you get and you're able to kill every flan, you get 60,000 exemplar points. Like, how is it not, you know, just like people figuring it out and doing it on jobs that they need exemplar points on, you know? Like, obviously, you're gonna need at least, you know, a tank and a healer. I'm sure those are kind of in short supply for it. But, you know, there is the item incentive with the adamantite armor, so it's not exactly, like, 100% for exemplar points. And I guess people who just, like, buy exemplar points from RMTs, they, like, don't even care about that. So, like, that's why I was getting the nasty tells I was getting last time I shot for it. But like, I don't know, the way people on the auction house forum made it seem was that like, if I got the impish box, I could just shout and people would like flock to me, but it's clearly not the case. I wish it was the case. I also wish we'd actually get a damn drop from this thing that on camera, that would be nice. Give a little bit of substance to this recording where I'm just yakking away while killing a giant robot in the most boring way possible. Of course, it's not like I could actually like spice the fight up, right? Like, it's not like I just be like, oh yeah, I'll come warrior and spam my strongest weapon skill. You know, it's like, oh, I'll come some other job and spam my strongest weapon skill. I'll say, oh, I'll come, you know, like Dark Knight, spam Torque Cleaver. Like, yeah, it's just like, which you can't even do because I'd get TP so fast that I'd make self light because Torque Cleaver is light slash distortion. So. We can do it 3 more times. Joy. Been watching my buddy Apathetic AJ. His channel's doing so much better than mine. It's like a little bit frustrating. Which, like, I don't know, he puts a little more effort into his than I do mine. You know, not that I haven't tried to put an effort into my Let's Plays in the past. You know, like I did the Final Fantasy I Let's Play where I actually edited out random battles and like put a little kill counter and like a party death counter and character death counter on the video, and like actually sort of started learning how to use Adobe Premiere, and then they changed everything in the middle of me doing that, and like didn't really make it too much different, but it was like different enough that it fucked with me. It made me not want to like edit my next Let's Play at all. It's like I've done a Chrono Trigger Let's Play, I've done the Dark Souls Let's Play, I've done Dark Souls 2 Let's Play, I've done Sekiro Let's Play, I've done Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play, which isn't finished, Wild Arms Let's Play, which isn't finished because I'm stupid. I got super demotivated, like, in the middle of making it. From one dislike on every video. Like, I really shouldn't let that get to me, you know? Like, I'm always gonna have people who don't like what I'm doing just for the simple fact that they don't think stuff like this should be on YouTube at all. Like, there's people out there, you know, like the more, I guess, yeah, the people who actually edit and like they take a lot of pride in making high quality videos. Like, they look at a Let's Play and they just see this low effort, like, oh, this guy's just playing a game and wants to like succeed for nothing. And like, I understand, you know, I understand the sentiment, right? Like, but at the same time, you know, like it's fun. You know, it gives me an outlet to like talk and think in a way that, you know, I don't generally get. Because I'm the type of guy that, like, I get interrupted when speaking a lot. And then, like, the people who interrupt me, like, they act like it's a sin if I interrupt them. So, it's kind of frustrating life sometimes. Which, I mean, to be fair, I actually didn't have too much of a problem with it until, I just, like, took that as the way that people, you know, talk to one another, and then, like, my fiance was just like, why are you interrupting me all the time? And she's like, because you were done speaking? Like, I don't know, there was a break in the conversation? Apparently I have to just wait until, like, I just have to, like, watch her facial motions and wait until she's done, like, percolating and thinking, because even if she stops talking for a full minute, she wasn't done talking. I swear sometimes she's just shit testing me without even realizing she's shit testing me. I shouldn't let that get to me too much either. But then again, I feel like a lot of the times I find myself telling myself, you know, oh hey, I need to be the bigger person, hey, I need to do what's right, I need to be the one, like, that's above it all, isn't petty, and isn't dramatic. Doesn't care about the small things, etc., etc., but, you know, like, you know, the way resentment towards anyone or anything builds, like, it builds up in small way, right? Like, it's literally all those small things you let go all the time. Like, if you just let them go continuously forever, eventually, you know, you will, like, the straw will break the camel's back. Like, you will just, like, not be able to take it anymore. Yeah, I'm just rambling. Actually, that's just what this entire recording has been, is me rambling. If only I had something more worthwhile to say. If only this thing would just give me the fucking breastplate so I could move on to the next fight that I need to grind incessantly. Da-da-da. It's like a full moon right now in game, which is supposed to increase drop rates. And, like, I've never actually believed in that. And earlier, though, like, I feel like it's a nice marker for time to, like, space out, like, your grinding of, like, rare drops and stuff, if like, you have the option, like with burning circle notorious monsters, like up in arms. Like, a lot of people apparently believe in the whole, you know, full moon equals, like, double drop chance or something like that. But, you know, if the drop chance is 1 in 3,000, you know, it becomes 1 in 1,500, and it's just like, yes, that is better, but it's still really low. But like, there's actually no proof for it. Like, a ton of people who've gotten the Crack Club were just like, oh yeah, I just went when I had the time to go do it. I got it, you know, randomly or whatever. But I just use the full moon as a marker of like, you know, I probably have enough beastman seals on at least one character to do it every full moon, and so like I like log in and I see, okay, when's the next full moon? When's the next full moon? It's usually like a once every, like, I guess 2 weeks sort of thing. I'm usually able to do 3 or 4 up in arm runs, and I've had no luck at all with getting a Kraken Club. But that's still the dream. It's basically, it would be the in-game equivalent of winning the lottery. You know, we still got that mythic we're working on that I haven't like actually worked on in months at this point, but I still need 148,000 Nizel tokens. I still need 25,000 or 24,000. I think it's 24,000 Alexandrites. I kind of want to start an Empyrean. Of course, the process for making an Empyrean starts with taking a really weak level 75 Magian weapon to different 75 era, pre-Abyssea era Notorious Monster locations and killing Notorious Monsters like half a dozen times, some of which have like 6 to 8 hour spawns. So that's like a thing that I wouldn't be showing off on a recording if I started it. And then there's a whole bunch of farming, and then like gil needed for the heavy metal plates. But more than that, there's you gotta click. It's like, I don't remember if it's 50-50 and then 75, or the 50-75-75 for the Abyssea Notorious Monster material items. Yeah, come on. At least give me something. I want to jump for joy, Alexander. Come on. Come on, man. I don't have an expectation of getting the breastplate. Like I said, I think if anything drops, it'll just be one of the items that like we don't care about, or we care about less. The mage belt or the tank gorget. Although part of me is really curious to make a rune fencer and tank, because it would be kind of helpful to have, even if we didn't have like the intentions of like fully mastering it. Which, I mean, like, if you're gonna be the tank, you need to be leveled up. Like, that's like rule number 1 for any tank. It's just like you need to take as little damage as possible, and the way you do that is you get master level 50, and you know, you get the gear that makes it so you take less damage. Like, for Rune Fencer, it's the Ergon Greatsword, which I don't think I would go for. I would just go for the non-Ergon options that Rune Fencer has, because it turns out most of Rune Fencer's mitigation, you know, it comes from its runes and its magic defense and resistance. That's like its, you know, that's its whole deal. But more than that, there's a piece of armor called the Terms Mittens, which they heal you by like 75 to 100 hit points per parry, and then you have a skill that makes your parry rate go through the roof, and so you parry like 8 out of 10 attacks, every 4 out of 5 attacks, and you know every time you parry, you get like an average of like 87.5 HP. So you know the faster the monster attacks you, you know the more HP you get back. Of course, obviously, if the monster is hitting you for like 300 damage, you know your parry heals aren't exactly, you know, full healing you. But when you parry something, it stops all. A parry is 100% damage block, so like it's totally feasible that you get hit once, you know, and then you parry the next 5 attacks, and you just basically you healed the damage you took. So you know, with no other anything, right? And that just sounds really cool. Like I'd love to see that happen for Rune Fencer, because I haven't partied with really any Rune Fencers, and just like I don't know, it just sounds really cool. A lot cooler than Paladin. I think Paladin is a basic bitch, and it's probably super effective in a lot of places that like Rune Fencer's not. It probably has like all these advantages that Rune Fencer doesn't have that I don't know about. But I mean, just like to be good at Paladin, you have to make like you got to make the Relic Shield. You got to make the Prime Shield up to like I think stage 3. You got to you gotta make love to the club. You gotta make yourself, I think it's a mythic sword, the Burt Gang. It's just it's a lot of work at this point to be a halfway decent paladin. I feel like, you know, just from the sounds of it, it sounded like Rune Fencer is like the more approachable to be tank. Bro, just full wiped our butts. Bruh, he's doing the thing. He did the thing. Alright, dear viewer. He did the thing. The real sad thing is we can't aura steal his stone skin. It would be awesome if we could, but we can't. So ways we can speed this up slightly is we can throw on our carrier ring and a Republican platinum medal, and this will cause us to get 7 TP per tick while we wait to actually be able to do damage again. Because we are actually doing damage right now, but we can't build TP from 0 damage hits, but we are slowly breaking his stone skin, so I guess if anything, maybe we'll get some more treasure hunter out of this possibly. I don't know what we did wrong to trigger both Divine Judgment and Gospel of the Lost. I think Gospel of the Lost relates to him being debuffed, but I mean, like you saw, like all the previous runs, right? Like we haven't changed anything about our strategy, and it's just kind of silly. But maybe he'll drop the thing because he's mean to us. I'm gonna throw away those old assassin armlets, huh? I guess we can throw these on. As well, right? No, no, no. Turn back towards me, you slut. Damn right you're intimidated by my presence. I'm gonna slowly whittle my way through your fucking... Like, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure his Gospel of the Lost Stone Skin is equivalent or possibly double the amount of HP he healed. So, like, we're gonna be beating on his Stone Skin for a while, but hopefully we can just get through it when we get enough TP from our regain items. Maybe. I don't really want you to be the tank, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, son of a bitch. Come back. We broke it. Yeah, we broke his Stone Skin. Awesome. Now, the crazy thing is that he actually can still just do Gospel of the Lost again. So theoretically, we could get really unlucky and he could just time us out by doing that over and over again. And if I remember right from what I read, on the higher difficulties, he actually just does it at set intervals. I think like every 25% or something. So not only do you have to obey his mechanics, you have to basically like fight him 4 times on the higher difficulties. And yeah, that's just not sound appealing. What the fuck is doing? Skill chains, like, let's move you this way. Come on. Make them go back to doing 0 damage, please. This fucker's over there trying to get us Gospel of the Lost again. Fucking making light skill chains while I'm not fucking even looking. I've been thinking about which Empyrean to make. And the ones I've seen people talk about the most is Khalid Bolg for Dark Knight, which I would be interested in, but I'm still kind of salty that Warrior's not on it. While Paladin is. So I don't really want that one. It's just 2 jobs. And it does have one of the coolest fucking weapon skills in the game. But I believe the popular mindset is that the Prime Greatsword is just outright better. And while I don't think I'm going to get the Prime weapon upgrade to stage 3 or higher anytime soon, because, you know, like, we don't have a sortie group, and so I think it would take me like a minimum of 200 days of sortie to even get the requisite Gallimaufry for stage 3. And then it's actually stage 4 where like the weapon actually becomes usable outside of sortie. Other Empyreans, there's the Great Axe, which would be, you know, after seeing those other warriors, you know, do like fucking 16k damage auto attacks, that's very enticing, but, you know, the majority of that damage actually comes from the Empyrean armor thing, so, like, we won't be able to do that much with, like, other ultimate weapons, but similar amounts, so I'm just not, like, super concerned with it. I mean, it's tempting. if I liked Monk as much as I used to, I like kind of want to do Monk. The Puppet Master can also use that one. But yeah, I just don't think I play either of those jobs enough and like them enough for anything. I think White Mage and Black Mage are out of the question because they use like White Mage uses club and Black Mage uses staff. And I don't think either of those Imperians are good at all. Not that I actually know. Red Mage uses the sword, which I've heard it described as being nothing more than a toy these days. Apparently, even though the aftermath on it is triple damage, I think the Dynamis Divergence Red Mage sword that you can get augments for that improve your in-spell damage by 500% on the main hand. I believe that is the Bomb Diggity, the thing that most people are going for. Because like triple damage on a Red Mage physical hit is apparently nothing to write home about, I guess. Although I don't see how it can be really that bad, but you know, I'm not the math wizard that like knows things anyway, so. Paladin, same deal as Red Mage, the All Mace, and I don't think if it's not a Burt King, people like don't even talk about it. Like they kind of talk about Excalibur sometimes, which we do have at 95 and could upgrade, and I kind of do want to just to spite people, but that's like apparently another sword that's just like a side grade weapon for Red Mage more than it is for Paladin. Although I think there's a shit posting thread on the Auction House forum that I was in the other day that where people were like halfway serious about Excalibur for Paladin through the region and the refresh or something like that. Of course, one of the more serious posters was just like, people are just sparing your feelings, you know. Excalibur's really not that good. Here's a best case scenario for it or something. Beastmaster, I have no particularly strong interest in their relics or mythics or Empyrean. Although the Beastmaster Empyrean is a single-handed axe, and Warrior is also on it. It's called the Farsha. But the main issue with the Farsha is it's tied to the weapon skill Cloud Splitter, which is like the strongest elemental weapon skill that Warrior has access to, as well as Beastmaster. And I mean, it's not terrible, but compared to any physical weapon skill, it's, you know, it's not gonna like, unless the monster doesn't take physical damage well, it's just not gonna do things for you. Man, at this point, I don't know, I think you should probably turn away from the recording. I don't think we're gonna get anything. This is depressing. Lady Lilith spoiled me. I say, as it took me, I think it took me 5 months to get full Malignant from the time I seriously started farming her. Because my first ones, the first piece of Malignant I got was the pants. And for the longest time, that was all I had of the armor. And then my second piece I got was the feet. And I remember thinking that they didn't matter that much to me. And then I got the hat. And the hat was quite unexpected. And that was when I got it, when I was like, my brother and I were gonna like team up and we were gonna like do her on easy and have a slightly higher drop rate, and he was on Thief and I was on Warrior, so we'd kill her fast. And his dual box Geomancer that he wants to have full malignance for her red mage, because he treats her as like a full character, even though she's basically like his, you know, buffing and emergency bot. But yeah, like she needed the, I want to say she needed the like the hat and the body or something like that. The hat, or no. She needed like the pants, the body, and I think that was it. I'm not 100% sure, but it was the night I got the hat, like 2 fights later, like 5 fights later or something. It was like the second to last fight of the night. We got the legs for his mule, and then like after that, our schedules didn't really line up, and he didn't seem too interested about like actually doing it together. So like we didn't, and then I just like lucked into getting the body, and then like a month later, I got the gloves. And I could probably I could have forced myself to get it sooner if I just, like, if this was my focus and all I did was, like, go out and farm merits, you know, and not even, like, regard capacity points or anything like that. Just, like, go and get limit points to, you know, force the fight to happen more often to get more chances to drop. Yeah, I was real surprised when I got the body as my second to last piece instead of the gloves. My last piece to get was the gloves, and I just felt kind of like, well, I mean, I'm not gonna complain because they're pretty fucking awesome, but you know. But after like an hour and a half of this music, I'm getting kind of tired of it. Whew. Do you have any experience with this fight, dear viewer? Am I doing anything that's been giving you conniptions this whole time? Alright, 109. It begins. Let's turn it sideways. Alright, Coltada, stop doing damage. Yeah, I was mugged! Yeah, using actions that I don't really need to use just to feel like I'm doing something different. Woo! I love seeing a boss decide skill chain on me for like, you know, fucking light skill chain, and the light skill chain doesn't even break 3 digits. It's a beautiful feeling. And it's all thanks to Malignant. Get treasure hunter 10. Do I hear treasure hunter 10? I do. Delicious. Please ignore that on previous fights you've had treasure hunter 11 or higher and nothing dropped. I wonder how much HP he has on very easy, which makes the prospect of his very difficult form that has, you know, drastically more HP seem all the more wild to me. It's just like, dude, he's got like fucking, yeah, he's gotta have like, I want to say like at least 1 million or something. Maybe like 700,000. That's where we're at in today's game climate. The hardest bosses in the game have like 4 million HP or more. You'll hear the forum assaults be like, oh, it's not even that much. 18, I don't know, people do that without even breaking a sweat. And it sounds ridiculous until you remember that maximum damage in a single instance of damage is 99,999, you know, which is basically 100,000. So if you had 10 people weapon skill that were capable of hitting maximum damage, you know, that would be 1 million right there. So. Wish I could hit maximum damage. I feel like some sort of rube. Cause like I've seen my character do it a few times, but you know, like even my like often really good weapon skills are like the highest they get with my strikes and stuff is like 70,000. Dude, bro, come on, give me something. He's not gonna give us anything, man. He's like, you got my shield. What more do you want? Well, I think we've got enough for one more. Both in merits and end of time. And, it's not the most riveting, you know, but, it sure has been a video. Bruh, why is it taking so long to load in? Watch it be like we get like halfway through this next fight and then fucking Comcast just like blasts my internet because it's like 4 a.m. on a fucking Tuesday. Although honestly, they usually do the oh, we don't have enough merits. Well. I guess that's all she wrote, dear viewer. I would force you to stay around while I like go and get 4 merit points at like fucking Khmer Drifts, but nah, that's gonna take like 5 minutes and But yeah, Alexander's what I'm gonna be spending my merit points on, and that's one of the things we're up to in current 11. And I hope you enjoyed watching me fight a robot relentlessly, and hopefully next time I'll have something better with maybe a little bit of questing, maybe a little bit of NPC interaction going on. So, thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a great day.